Hi, my name is Mira de la Garza, and for this presentation, I will be talking about the first point, which is the social needs that the organization filled. This will be broken into two parts. Mine will focus on the socialization between people, and Melissa will focus on the animals. We worked at the Humane Society in Silver City, which shelters animals and gives them homes. So, originally, I stated different goals for our group, which we collectively agreed on. But as I started volunteering more often, my goals changed into something else. So when I would volunteer on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, I would see regulars go in, and a lot of people actually volunteered there, which surprised me because I initially expected just my group to be there regularly and not see other people there. So being there, I was more curious about the social needs the organization filled for them and their perspective on the shelter. Speaking with many people, and who stood out to me the most was a blind woman that had worked there. And keep in mind, our main goal was to play with the animals because so many people worked there and volunteered. They mostly told us to play with either the cats or the dogs. So going back to my point, the woman there that played with the cats mostly, those were her favorite, she explained to me in greater detail about how the shelter makes her incredibly happy. It makes her feel good about what she's doing. So when talking to other people, they expressed the same feelings, that the shelter really helped them. And I think it's very important to stress that not only did the shelter fulfill the social needs of the animals and other needs, but it especially helped the people that worked there. And this surprised me immensely, and I learned a lot more than I thought I would over there. So the people there seemed very close-knit, and they would go back and forth checking on the animals and the people. I just found the whole experience to be very eye-opening to the effectiveness of the shelter. So that will conclude my part of the presentation. And as I have said, I want to stress that the shelter filled the social needs of the people there aside from the animals. And I think that is very important, and they are doing great work.
Hi, my name is Melissa O'Rourke, and I'm here to talk about the social need for our group project. Our group project consists of volunteering at the animal shelter that's near here in Silver City. And the social need that our project has on the community is one that the animals get social experience with people, which really helps the stray percentage, and also it helps us as like a community help animals in need, which we should be doing. And also the animals are really relying on us to be able to try to get a better life than they did. And so volunteering at this animal shelter really helps us see and experience exactly what these animals are going through. And also the community can come together as a whole and try to help these animals, which helps the stray population and helps get animals off the street as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hello class, my name is DeMarcus Contreras, and in the beginning of our project we had many different ideas that we were throwing around, such as like going around town and picking up trash for the city, or fundraising for like a thrift store or like the food co-op or something. And then for a while we were actually set on the idea of like picking up trash, because like there's a lot of trash around here, and we just thought that would be like a really effective way to go about the project. But then we realized that our schedules might pose kind of an issue, since like we had people that lived out of town, and like it wouldn't be ideal to have everybody called to like the same time like spontaneously. And so from there we heard of this idea at the Humane Society, and we really liked the sound of that because it would allow us to meet on our own times. Like we would set our own days and still get to do like the same project, and just without any disruptions, without having to have everyone drop what they're doing to go meet at the same time. And it just worked better with all our schedules. And so that was like the major deal breaker that made us go with the Humane Society. And from that point on, we just continued discussing further details throughout Canvas, and figuring out how we were going to go about it, and telling each other how to sign up for it and where to go, because not everyone knew where it was, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how we came up with the idea to go to the Humane Society.
Hello class, my name is Christina Estrada and I am a 28-year-old sophomore here at Western New Mexico University. I am taking the small group communication course to try to pursue a career in nursing. I'd like to get my bachelor's in science and work and try to defeat this pandemic alongside a lot of brave nurses. At my time volunteering at the shelter, I was able to visually see how animals were being kept off the streets and how they were taken care of. My favorite part, though, about going to the shelter was seeing how we greatly impacted them mood-wise, emotionally. I felt like I know the other members of our team uplifted them and were able to speak to the people and how their experience was being at the shelter. With that being said, our group functioned in a way that works for all of us. It was really well. Thankfully, we all went separately due to our hectic schedules. We kept in touch via Canvas and we remained updated on how everyone was doing. I was able to text at any time of the day or night, thankfully, because I'm always up crazy hours of the day, and regardless of the time, someone was always able to respond to me with the help that I needed. I was always asking if someone had also gone to the shelter on what I needed to do. It was great. Like I said, we went separately due to our schedules. We kept in touch via Canvas and we remained updated on how everyone was doing individually. And this was such a great experience for me due to the fact that I was able to participate, like I said, with being a mom of 3. It was crazy. I was able to attend on my own time and never struggle to find a babysitter last minute to meet up on someone else's time. We were able to cohesively communicate, and I feel like the tips given in our textbook, well, they helped me to communicate cohesively, and I'm sure they helped the rest of the group members. And I look forward to working with the rest of my group the rest of the semester. This time around, this project had me out there, and I'm not usually one to be out there. But thanks again, and see ya.
So, in conclusion, I think we all really enjoyed doing this project and contributing to our community, because it was really eye-opening to see how easy it is to reach out to a local organization and offer a helping hand. And like, even if it's just 30 minutes or an hour and a half, it doesn't really matter. Like, either way, it makes a difference and it helps the community out. And it was just really interesting to see like how easy it is to do something that could help others a lot. You know, like there's not really an excuse not to do it, especially after doing this project and seeing like how it can be done. And yeah, I think another skill that was strengthened greatly was the ability to communicate with the group and organize events based on everybody's schedule, and like trying to figure things out, especially online and like an online learning setting. It was just really interesting to see how things worked out, and I really enjoyed doing this assignment, and I really appreciate the effort of my group members, and I hope to do more assignments like this in the future.